What's up, everybody? Welcome to the greatest Welcome to the greatest show. I'm your host, Dusty Smith. Didn't realize that I was live on camera right there. Oh well, what you gonna do? Working it out, working it out. Why the fuck is my shit so fucked up? God damn it. I don't understand. I didn't scoot it over more the other direction. Let me see if I can scoot this shit over. Already starting out great. Get a little late start here. Come on, Dusty. Work it out. Oh, there we go. Ha ha. Amazing show. As always, folks, going to read all the super chats at halftime. So be sure to support the show. Immortalize yourself forever and ever. On the greatest show, we got Mr. Pretty Boy in the background, adding to the fucking scenery. Hell yeah. Doing a great job there, Mr. Pretty Boy. If that is your real name. And it is, because I named you. I should know for sure. All right. Things set up. Cool. How the fuck's everybody doing tonight? Love you, as fucking usual. Thank you for joining me. Got an excellent program for you. Gonna do what we do here on the greatest show. And as always, we're surrounded by 10 cats, which is why this is the greatest show in the history of mankind. Makes it exciting. Never know what the fuck's gonna happen. Gonna hear meowing, fighting, all kinds of shit. Gotta get it all set. Okay. Boom. God damn it. A little bit more. There we go. Boom. Now that is almost correct. Almost perfect, Dusty. Hell yeah. And anyway. Let's see what I got going on tonight. Gonna cover religious bullshit, of course. Guess who's back? You guys are gonna be so excited. Our favorite person is back. A long Beyond Parody section. After reading the super chats, gonna come back and do a really long, amazing Chud Watch. Little Trash World finishes off with some heroes. Got some good heroes tonight. Slow news week at the end. All of it. You know how it works. But first off, open your hymnals to page 1. It's time to kick this show off with a little religious bullshit. Religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious motherfucking bullshit. It's time for the major shit. I fucked it up. How the fuck did I fuck my own song up? How many times have I sang this song? What is wrong with you tonight, Dusty? Get your shit together. And first off, all the religious bullshit. Scroll up, all going so well so far. Gonna start us off with everybody's favorite pink-haired Alzheimer's grandma. It's Cat Curran. You guys know that there's like a hurricane or something going on in Florida, but don't you worry. Cat Carr is in direct connection with heaven, and she can intercede on our behalf, and she can stop hurricanes. I know it seems crazy, but it's not. You're the crazy one for not believing it. Let's have a listen.
So are you ready? Are you weather warriors? You know what we do? We come against the storm itself. We name that storm. We command the host of heaven to go in there and shred all the bands of the storm.
Shred it.
We're going to command the pressure to rise in that storm.
No pressure.
When the pressure rises in the storm, okay, it sucks the life out of that storm.
Sucks.
It begins to dissipate. That's why we do it. So are you ready, everybody out there?
I'm ready, Cat.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
We say,
in
the name of Jesus Christ.
In the name of Jesus Christ.
This storm Ian
has no right to crush, harm, destroy
any person,
any property.
We rule on this earth
with Jesus Christ
according to his word.
So right now,
we command the host of heaven.
We command the host of heaven
to get in that storm Ian. Begin to shred the bands.
And begin to shred the bands and surround that storm.
Cause it to dissipate.
We
command the pressure.
We command the pressure
to rise in that storm.
Because
it sucks the life.
Suck it.
Because it sucks the life
and the energy out of the storm. So we command it to rise.
We command it to rise.
And dissipate. We are not tolerating. Any death threats.
From hell.
Or that storm. We also take authority over the wind.
That
you will not bring damaging winds. You will not cause that storm.
To increase in any way whatsoever.
And folks, as we all know, it totally worked. The storm dissipated, and the pressure rose, and The storm got sucked off and it was no longer there, right? Isn't that what happened? Let's check. Oh, okay. No, it's not what happened. It was horrible. $40 billion in damage. People dead all over the place. At least 58 people died in Florida. Rescue. Oh, that looks bad. Apparently, she did not rebuke the storm correctly. Stupid woman. All you had to do was demand the Lord of Hosts suck the storm. I mean, come on. It was right there. Oh, that looks bad too. So, you know what? Starting to think Cat Kerr doesn't have magical powers. Either that or God's mad at her. Probably the God mad at her part. So, anyway, repent, Cat Kerr. God damn it, you're going to kill us all. And then, on religious bullshit. Yep, here's a great guide on how to make your kids hate you. So, this is Matt Kennedy. He says, now that our children are older and none of them are in jail and all 6 are believing and generally pleasant to be with, doubt, I think I'll give some parenting advice. We didn't make any of this up ourselves. We gleaned it from various books. Guess which one? And other parents, but here's what we did. We only had 4 rules and they kept us sane and our kids happy since they knew where the lines were. Number 1, immediate obedience. Oh boy, not to immediately obey is to disobey. This is the most important one. With this one rule in place and enforced, you don't need huge list of rules. That's right. Be a total dick, a tyrant. Make your kids hate you. Don't listen. Rule 2, speak to, answer, look at your mother with absolute honor. Yeah, fuck my mother. Respect and deference. They tended to do that with me because they were scared of you because you're obviously an insane, violent piece of shit. When I'm not around, they need to know that if they say any cross words or disrespectful word to her, they said it to me. I read into that. You gonna beat them? Yeah, beat your kids. No lying. Oh, you have to really teach them no lying. I know this is self-evidence, well then why'd you put it? But when the child tells his or her first lie, it seems cute and you want to laugh rather than discipline. I don't think it's cute. But if you don't enforce this rule from the earliest age, you're dooming your child, says the man that teaches them that ancient fairy tales written by primitive screwheads are true. You know, talking donkeys, magical long hair, virgin births. It's okay if you lie to them though, right? And then, number 4, at the table, eat whatever you are given cheerfully and never say anything negative about any food that is set before you ever. Be positive and grateful. Always be thankful. If they get used to complaining about food, that's a habit that will bleed over into everything. When a rule is broken, consequences follow immediately. See, beatings, daily beatings is what's happening. Child abuse is what he's describing here, to be honest with you. Without delay, we use corporal punishment. Get out. I am shocked. Delivering without raising our voices or expressing anger. You want the child to know he or she is being disciplined for wrongdoing. Not because he made you angry, it's because he made you angry. Bullshit. But don't worry, folks. I know it sounds like abuse, but then after he abuses them, he immediately hugs them. And he's like, I still love you. You made me do this to you. Why you make me beat you, kids? But I love you. So definitely not an abusive asshole relationship whatsoever. Super cool Christians. And then you guys heard of shameware? I don't even know this existed, but I ain't surprised. Apparently there are programs that preachers put on their congregation's computers to where they can spy on them. You guys heard of this shit? Man, I can't imagine going along with this voluntarily, but some people, you know, these alpha manly men in the church, they're cucks, I guess the right word for that. Of all the lurid details we heard during the Josh Duggar trial, before he was sentenced to over 12 years in prison for downloading and possessing illicit images of child sexual abuse, one of the most surprising involved a spying app called Covenant Eyes that had been installed on his computer. The Christian Accountability Program was supposed to alert certain designated people if you were looking at anything online that you shouldn't have been. Like, I would love them to put that shit on my computer. I want to go to church that does this just so they can put that shit on my computer, man. I can't wait till they see all the instances of grandma porn that pop up. Their head's gonna explode. Gonna love it. Anyway, long story short, his wife put this on his computer to make sure he wasn't looking at shit. There's a good sign of a healthy marriage. Already knew that he was doing some dastardly shit. Had to keep an eye on him. Who's shocked that he became a kitty? I don't say he's a kitty diddler, I guess. He just loved watching kitties be diddlers, so be diddled. So I guess that's better. Anyway, so apparently they're putting this all over people's computers at church now. And preachers are getting alerts whenever you look at something you ain't supposed to, and they're using that to shame you with. And some of these people weren't even doing anything. They're going to a psychology website, and they will pop up, and the preacher will be like, "Did you go to a psychology website? Oh my God, for the devil!" So, damn Christians, you guys are whipped like a motherfucker. I want to grow some goddamn backbones and not let these con men treat you like that. But I know you guys have a fetish for being abused, so it all kind of fits in. And then, did you guys hear about the girl that was kicked out of a Christian school because, and I can't believe I'm having to say this, she refused to take a picture of her in the bathtub and send it to her teacher? Yeah, cool, Christians. Super normal, a second grader was kicked out of a Victoria Christian Academy in Jacksonville, Florida, of course, after her parents refused to participate in an assignment that involved taking a picture of their child doing reading homework in the bathtub. They got this email assignment that said, send a picture of you doing reading homework in the bathtub. And they were like, what? No? First off, no, but also, huh? And then why? And then, yuck, all of the things. And so they're like, teacher, what the fuck? And the teacher was like, fine, if you got a problem with it, then just put clothes on them. Unlike all the other students that just send their, I guess, naked kid pictures in. I'm assuming they're supposed to have bubbles in her. I don't know. I wasn't there, didn't see the picture. I know it's inappropriate. I know that much. Anyway, she refused to do it, and then she contacted the principal, and she's like, what you gonna do about this? And he's like, oh, we're gonna kick you out of school. And you gonna kick me out of school? And they go, yeah, you won't send us a naked picture of your cat in the bathtub. And like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm just saying, maybe you shouldn't send your kids to Christian schools. Oh no, that's the most likely place they're gonna get raped and molested. I suggest maybe not doing that, but I don't know. Maybe send them to Drag Queen Story Hour where they'll be safe instead, you know? Oh, God, what is wrong with you fucking Christians? And then, I got a bone to pick with capitalistic Christianity. You guys are going too far now. It's fucking only October 3rd. Go into the fucking Lowe's and shit and already got the Merry Christmas bullshit out. Oh, hell no. It ain't even goddamn November yet. You don't guys get to fucking steal Halloween. It's all the fuck we got. You gave us one goddamn holiday to be happy and celebrate our evil satanic fucking ways, and you just gonna already try to shove Christmas down our throat? Fuck you, Christmas. Happy holidays. How you like that? Triggered the shit out of you guys with that one. And then, guess who's back? It's fucking Greg Locke, yo. And he wants you to know that he ain't scared no fucking riches, and Halloween's evil, and on Halloween night he gonna have some book burnings. Hell yeah, we the good guys. Always, when you look at good guys in history, they're the ones burning the fucking books, right? So anyway, here he goes explaining it.
Mess with that stuff no more. Okay, I just can't.
He can't, y'all.
So don't forget, on Halloween night, we having a burning right out here. Praise God. Amen.
Woo, praise God for the burning.
That's our alternative right there.
All alternative.
Don't wear no costumes.
No costumes, y'all.
Don't bring no candy.
No candy.
We're going to burn some occultic stuff.
Don't burn cool stuff.
On the devil's night.
Ooh, that's a real thing.
And Christians like, well, I know you preached that sermon last year, but it ain't the devil's night. Here's the funny thing about it. Witches, warlocks, pagans, and Satanists are mad at me right now for disrespecting their high holy day.
They're not. Nobody gives a shit if you disrespect it because those things don't really exist. You're just making them up. But Greg Locke's whole grift is, I'm so amazing, y'all. I'm standing up to everybody. I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet. Everybody hates me for standing up for God. But no, we make fun of you because you're a fucking tool, an obvious grifting con man that is so transparent that only the biggest moron would fall for it. So yeah, you're a clown, literally has church in a circus tent, but we ain't mad at you or scared of you, but he's got to always talk about how fucking awesome he is, suck his own dick, and it works. Works for Trump, works for all these grifters because the losers that follow them can't get enough of the braggarts. And then, folks, okay, I'm just going to play this clip for you. I'm going to play the clip for you. And I bet I bet none of you motherfuckers can guess what happens. I bet you're not smart enough to guess. Let's see.
And so these people are ungodly, so they are sly, they are ungodly, but they also have no restraint.
No restraint.
Go back to verse 4.
Go back.
It says, ungodly people, watch this, who pervert the grace of our God.
Perverts.
Into sensuality.
Sensuality. No,
They're sly, they're ungodly.
Ungodly.
They have no restraint.
No restraint.
They deny, but they also, we see here in God's word, they defile the flesh.
Defile the flesh, folks.
And so these people are...
They're ungodly perverts who defile the flesh. And, yeah, he got busted for grooming. Former church pastor accepts plea agreement, pleads guilty to grooming. Time to your shock face. In 3, 2, 1, shock face. Did you do it? That was fun. And Joseph Kroll, 38, is accused of sending sexually inappropriate Snapchat messages to a 15-year-old minor from Oriana. A sworn affidavit said Kroll asked the child to take part in a true online confessions game on October 7th, 2021, when he allegedly contacted them. Kroll was arrested in October last year. He originally entered a plea of not guilty, but then he was like, oh, you guys have all the receipts? I'm guilty as fuck. So, shocker! Where you at? All those people outside of the drag queen story hour. Name one fucking kid that got molested from the drag queens at the drag queen story. One. Just name one. One to justify all this outrage. Because I can literally name thousands who have been molested at church. Why don't you care? It's because you're full of shit and your words don't actually mean anything. And this is just very transparent transphobia and has absolutely nothing to do with children. And you're just virtue signaling, pretending like you're actually the heroes here. But you've actually made up an evil that doesn't exist when the real evil you completely ignore and actually participate in and are assistants to this grooming. Is that really the truth? What's happening here? Yes, it is. Hypocrites. Come on, Q. Prove me wrong. One more, folks, to end the religious bullshit on a great note. And prepare to be happy, folks. Because Silly Ray Cyrus is back. Woo! Silly Ray. And I gotta say, folks, I think Silly Ray might be watching the show. Because he starts talking about how people are calling him silly. Huh? I'm just saying. I think he knows, folks. I think he's into it, but he loves to be humiliated, folks. He got this little fetish. He sits around and masturbates thinking of me making fun of him. So here's one for your spank bank, Silly Ray. Do your thing so I can mock you.
I must say it, I've never done this like this before, ever.
I don't blame you. You look ridiculous.
And I was laying there in that floor today.
Why are you laying on the floor,
what
dude?
about the hat? Ask God.
Why would God give a fucking shit about that ugly hat, dumbass?
He said it was an ancient thing.
How is that an ancient thing? It looks like an Indiana Jones reject. Who in the fucking ancient past wore a gaudy-ass hat? Look that shitty, dude.
To look at it from times gone by.
Amen.
See what you think.
I think you're dumb as shit and look terrible. You're trying to look so young and cool, and it's just failing miserably. It's just sad and pathetic.
Somehow, this don't look so strange to you, does it, brother?
Yeah, he's brainwashed. He's in your cult.
It don't look strange at all.
It does.
To the Navajo.
What the fuck does the Navajo have to do with this?
And if no other reason, you laugh at this prophet.
I do.
And you think it's silly.
Silly, he knows.
Until the day you don't.
Oh, when's that day coming, motherfucker?
If for no other reason, let all religion, they need something to look at, so look at my hat.
I don't need shit to look at. I would just rather you talk because your words are funny and pathetic also. Very easy to mock. But hey, if you want to dress stupid, that also helps. Thank you, silly.
While the rest of the people hear my words.
Amen.
Just stare at the hat.
Woo! All right, I also want to hear your words, dude. Bring it on, Silly Ray. I love you. You're the best. And that is my religious bullshit. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, all the super chats going to be read at halftime. Get your super chats in, folks. Got a couple in already. We'll read those at halftime. let people tune into the show. Let's see what the Dirty Sexy Pours had to say. How the fuck you guys doing tonight? Cry little sister. I know he knows we calling him silly. The fuck is he saying? Oh, he's some kind of prophet. Just know God talks to him. That's all you need to fucking know. Billy Jackson, meth addicted brother. He's a millionaire though. He makes tons of fucking money. So hey, I guess I can't hate the player. Gotta hate the game. No, now think about it. I hate both of you. Player and the game. Pretty shitty. I fat vigorously to you, Dustin. You got good taste. Hell yeah, I can't wait till the AI completely nails the whole porn thing where you guys can just generate porn images of me and just whack to me all day long. Some people will find that creepy. I'm honored. I am honored by every fap, every bean flick. Just do it. Do it. I'll be your dude all night long in your brain. Anyway, moving right along, folks. Time for some Beyond Parody. Let's do this. I got to do it manually like a fucking animal because my goddamn Stream Deck's still not fucking working. I haven't fixed it yet. It's just late for the show. Everything just go whatever. Okay, let's do, what are we doing? All right, Beyond Parody. Here we go. Beyond Parody! And speaking of Beyond Parody, can't be a Beyond Parody without Crying Kermit, Jordan Peterson, and folks, it's so weird. This really could have gone into the religious bullshit section. Just shows you how much of a cult the Peterson thing is. Here he is, up on stage. Another guy runs up on stage, and they have to stop him, and he's just, I just want to know him better. Like he's fucking Jesus. Look how weird these people are.
White noise generator.
My name is David Limbauschu. I'm unwell. I need help. I need help. I just wanted to meet you. I'm unwell. I called my...
I hope that you
Get up there. I want to be well.
Find the help that you need.
I want to know him better.
Super sad,
White
folks.
noise.
I mean, it's absolutely a fucking cult. And I feel sorry for the guy because I understand a lot how a lot of these cults get formed, how these gurus gain their audiences. It's because, life is difficult. Life is very confusing. We're basically born blank slates and have to figure out this incredibly strange universe without any knowledge to begin with. And so many people are desperate for answers. And then they're told by these other people that there's this man who actually has the answers. And they're like, oh my God, somebody who could actually tell me what's going on, who could actually guide me through life. And even if it's all bullshit, even if they're just con artists like Jordan Peterson, who has no fucking answers, is just as much as a grifter as you can possibly get. They want to believe so bad that there's somebody who can give them the information they need to navigate this very confusing, scary world that they will just throw themselves into it out of desperation. And like the guy admitted, he's unwell. And a lot of these people they're just completely mentally unstable. And they flock to these confidence men like Jordan Peterson because he does portray this confidence. And if you portray confidence, people that lack confidence, people that are not comfortable in their own skins and not of the highest intelligence, it's like a moth to a flame. It's irresistible. They can't help but to believe in you. Case in point, here's another example of one of these Jordan Peterson acolytes, and this is so weird. Here he is posting 2 years, a natural transformation between 15 and 17, showing his workout regimen. And he's giving Jordan Peterson all the credit for this for some reason, even though he's the one who did all the work. He's the one that did everything. But for some reason, Jordan Peterson said, you should be capable of being harmful, which is sort of a terrifying thing to say, creepy as fuck. And he's like, oh my God, I was so inspired by the thought that I'm supposed to be able to hurt people if necessary. I had these words playing in my head over and over again until I got here. I'm grateful for Jordan and his wisdom. I wouldn't make so much progress without him. So this is what we're talking about, the incels, right? This is a good-looking kid, but he's so fucking creepy. This is weird as shit, dude. This is not helping these boys be less fucking weird. It's making them more weird. This guy, future school shooter here, thinking, hey, Jordan Peterson said I should be capable of being harmful. Hey, what he should be teaching you is you should be capable of being kind. You should be capable of being empathetic. You should be capable of standing up for the less fortunate, for those who are actually oppressed. You should be capable of helping your fellow man, not you should be concerned with harming other people. That's not a great message there, to be quite honest with you, Jordan Peterson. But hey, like I said, they're so desperate for a daddy to tell them how to live their life that they'll take advice from anybody, regardless of how bad and ridiculous it is. And then, on the Beyond Pair, did you guys see this one? Apparently, Gretchen Whitmer's opponent, Tudor Dixon, which is an actual human being that exists in the universe, is going against her for the governorship, and put this campaign ad out, and it's hard to believe this person put this out seriously because it's so fucking ridiculous, but let's have a look.
Hey, have you seen the TV ads with the governor talking about the great things she's done for Michigan?
How are you doing, fellow kids? Got all these guys like 80 years old pretending to be bikers. What is happening here?
Things she's done for Michigan?
She's a liar. Whitmer can say what she wants, but we live here. Just look around, man.
During COVID, Whitmer locked down businesses like the Owasso Barber and put one woman from Holland in jail. Oh, yeah.
3,000 restaurants closed. And she's pro-business?
Yeah, right.
And what about those higher gas and food prices?
Our schools were closed for almost 2 years. Poor kids.
Speaking of kids, Whitmer says she's going to work like hell to keep killing babies.
And she put COVID patients in Graham's nursing home.
Graham died alone.
Poor Graham.
Okay. I'm voting for the other chick. What's her name?
Tudor Dixon.
Okay, let's roll.
Watch out for potholes. Whitmer never kept her promise to
fix the damn roads.
Oh my God, they convinced me. These young bucks in their prime have totally convinced me to vote for Tudor. I'm all over it. Definitely not weird as fuck. Tudor Dixon. And then, oh my God, the very definition of irony, folks. Now, as you watch this, keep in mind, somehow he is not talking about Donald Trump.
So this is a pivotal moment in the history of man, the future of Europe, and in the 21st century, we're having the same discussions that we did in the last century. Have we learned nothing from the last century? What should we have learned? That when it comes to bullies and crazy people who want to, put the world under their thumb like Hitler, we should believe what they say. We should stand up to them sooner rather than later. So this is a
you have no
pivotal
spine, have never stood up to Donald Trump, even though you said before he was elected, he was crazy. You think he's a con man. If you elect him, Republicans are going to get destroyed and disappear, and they deserve it. You said all that, but now that he's the leader of the Republican Party, all you do is... I'm sorry, I scared the cat with my dick-sucking noises. I'm sorry, cat! That's how it sounds when you suck a dick. I assume. Never sucked a dick, but I assume if I did, that's the way it would sound. Chill the fuck out. Anyway, spineless. That's the point of that whole story. And then, did you see this one? Never a fake story they won't fucking spread, because that's all they got. Lies, deception, misinformation, all their policies. Completely unpopular, so they have to fucking lie in order to get votes. So this guy made a fake TikTok challenge. Just bullshitting to see if the Republicans would pick up on it. And of course, they did. Baghdad Barbie. It's not Baghdad Barbie. What do I call her? I can't even remember what the name I call her. Anyway, here's, what the fuck's her even name? You'll see.
A larger problem, the breakdown of the American family. It's what happens when kids aren't taught boundaries, respect, consequences, or logic. Parents nowadays are taught to live and let live. Just go with the flow. Let your teens express themselves. But this modern loosey-goosey method of parenting doesn't teach kids right from wrong or sane from insane. It produces wild animals that think they can do whatever the heck they want.
That's right, this totally real thing I fell for, the porcelain challenge. A new TikTok trend encourages teenagers to snort powdered chinaware. Obviously not a real fucking thing. I mean, I guess it is kind of hard to tell, because they had the Tide Pod challenge, which I guess was a real thing. But of course, Outrage! That's all they got. Gotta have fake outrage, because that's, you know, the playbook they rely on over and over again, and it works, unfortunately, in this hellscape we live in. And then, on Beyond Parody, remember I showed you guys the woke razors. Hard to believe this is real life, but there are people out there shilling for it. Dan Shavino. Friends, don't let friends shave with woke razors, because everybody knows your razor has a political ideology. I was just shaving with a woke razor earlier, and it was like, let me shave BLM into your face. I was like, no, dude, I don't want that. And he was like, trans rights. I was like, shut the fuck up, goddamn razor. I just want you to shave my face. And so I kind of understand a little bit. I sort of want one of these non-woke razors. Anyway, apparently you can get one for your from a patriotic business called Jeremy Razor. So yeah, super cool. That's a real thing that needs to exist in this universe. And then, did you guys see this one? Apparently Elon just released his Tesla bot. Now, I know it's not the final version of a Tesla bot, but it's the first time he's actually unveiled the real thing. Like a year ago, he brought out a guy dancing in a suit, but he's been hyping this thing up for fucking ever. He was saying that this is actually going to be a bigger product than any of his cars. This is going to be the biggest thing Tesla ever sells. Hyping it up to the fucking moon. To the moon, they say in the meme stonks or whatever these fucking cringe lords say. So he brought it out, folks, and underwhelming. Let's just say that.
Do it.
Do it. So he unveiled a couple different versions of it. Totally cool! Woo! Look how amazing it is! It takes 19 people to move it onto the stage where it can very slowly move its arms. But like in his defense though, this was like I guess a former version. They did unveil a more recent version, which was also incredibly underwhelming and got religiously mocked across the internet. Let's have a look. I love the porn music. I'm gonna fuck it all night long with the robo dig. Get ready for it. Gonna do your doggy style, reverse cowgirl, however you like it. I can move my arms slightly. I can walk real slowly. It looks like I got a RTX 4090 strapped to my chest. Look how slow I walk. There's no way this is ever gonna be so. Not in the next 10 years. It's so far from being complete. Imagine this thing trying to learn your house and then learn how to do skills around your house that you would actually want it to do. But it can wave slowly, even its fingers are not articulate. It does not even have correct opposable thumbs. It sucks. It looks like what Hyundai put out 25 years ago. So, yeah, it's a scam, folks. It's Elon Musk. Look, woo, it can slowly do this. Oh my. Where do I sign up to buy a $20,000 robot from Tesla? And then, like, even make it even weirder. Like, I don't understand what their mindset even is. I guess that they're trying to hype this thing up to the fucking moon because Tesla stock has dropped 40% in just the beginning of the year. But then all the different Tesla accounts put out this video. And the video is Tesla bot walking progress. They're like, hey, look at the progress the Tesla bot has made walking. But it's not even a video of the Tesla bot walking. It's a 3D animation that they made illustrating their claim on how quickly the Tesla bot learned how to walk. And even the fake video they put out sucks. Like, what is happening? Like, I know he's a con artist, but really, this is the best, the richest man in the world could come up with to hype up his bullshit. And I gotta say, the robot you show wasn't walking that fast, not even that fast. And that's slow as fuck, dude. What even is this bullshit, Elon Musk? It's a con, that's what it is. From the world's richest con man. And just to give you an example, folks, here's Hyundai's robot from 25 years ago. Hyundai, 25 years in the past, made better robots than the richest man in the world makes. It's so sad and pathetic. And just to give you an example of what a real robotics company is doing, completely interesting. Here is the last, 30 years from Boston Dynamics and how far they've come with their robots and how they did it. So it started off just a little hopping machine, just I guess a proof of concept. Strapped to a bar there. Just hopping around. It's going pretty fast though. Look how fast our little hopper can go. And then they moved up 2009 and they actually got it walking on a treadmill already in 2009, better than Elon Musk bot. Here we go, 2011, a couple years later, more humanoid. Walking, you can even shove it. It's self-correcting. Hell yeah, pretty cool. 2013, even more humanoid. Looks like a crash test dummy. Oh, now it's even creepier. It's like something from fucking Fallout or some shit. I don't know what's happening here. I guess it's for the post-apocalyptic world where robots are going to need gas masks for some reason because of all the oxygen they're breathing. I don't know what kind of robots they got going on there at Boston Dynamics. But then here goes this flexing. Hell yeah. And then we go to 2013. Now this little badass motherfucker can walk across rocks and shit without falling over. He got balance out the ass. Way better than anything Elon Musk is even fucking thought about. There you go. And here we go. Oh, 1 foot. This motherfucker 1 foot standing. That's tough to do, especially if you... Oh, hit it with that 20-pound destruction ball. Now it's picking up 10 pounds of weight. Putting on the shelves. See? It can even do that, folks. Elon Musk shit can't do jack shit. Yeah, it's going to show the latest at the end. We're going to get there. And then, like, I feel sorry for the robots because, like, half the video, they just fucking with... Let's skip ahead a little bit. Like, this motherfucker just fucking with the robot. And then to the end here, let's skip to the end. And then, yeah, they parkour like motherfuckers now. Where you at, Elon Musk? Gonna show you your lame, dumb shit. Here they are. Let's do a backflip. Woo! Yeah. So anyway, scam artist Elon Musk should have bought Boston Dynamics instead of embarrassing yourself with your cheap knockoff robots. And speaking of Elon Musk, you guys see the article about how a lot of Elon Musk's personal text got released, I guess, in the Twitter lawsuit. And it just goes to show you, folks, no matter how we want to put the rich on a pedestal, like they're the smartest in the room, they're fucking morons. These guys are such pathetic idiots. So one of the main things we learned was how much of butt kissers the most rich people in the world are to Elon Musk. How all his texts are just them sucking his dick. They're like, oh, Elon, you're the greatest ever. You're so smart, Elon. You're so sexy. You're so funny, Elon. It's just so goddamn cringeworthy. And it's all of them, like Joe Rogan and his DMs, everybody in the tops of the Fortune 500 companies. And then there was this exchange with Jack Dorsey, former CEO of Twitter. And these are like our thought leaders, folks. Here's how ridiculous they are. They're basically just children. Jack Dorsey wants to talk to Elon Musk about a new free speech platform that's like Twitter, but different. And I don't know if Jack Dorsey is really this naive or not. It appears he is. I couldn't imagine anybody is this naive. But he wants to talk to Elon Musk about some kind of free speech platform that's not owned by a company, not owned by anybody, and thus, not monetizable. He wants to talk to the richest man in the world about starting a business where he can't make money, which is so fucking stupid. Obviously, Elon Musk not interested in that in any way whatsoever. So first off, Jack Dorsey says, yes, a new platform is needed. It can't be a company. This is why I left. And Elon just politely asking, okay, well, what should it look like? To which Jack Dorsey says, I believe it must be an open source protocol funded by a foundation of sorts that doesn't own the protocol, only advances it. A bit like what Signal has done. It can't have an advertising model. Otherwise, you have surface area that governments and advertisers will try to influence and control. If it has a centralized entity behind it, it will be attacked. This isn't complicated work. It just has to be done right, so it's resilient to what has happened to Twitter. So Elon immediately hears, it's not monetizable. I can't make any money off of it. So he doesn't just want to leave Jack on read because that would be rude. So he has to find a way to immediately change the subject. So he says, super interesting idea. Oh my God, did you see Brian's hat? What? Squirrel? Let's change the subject, to which Jack Dorsey says, oh fuck, ha ha ha, he looks so stupid I can't even breathe, to which Elon says, what the hell even is that? So expert changing the subject there, Elon, but goddamn, they're so fucking dumb. These the people ruling us. It's a depressing, trash goddamn world. And then Elon decided to chime in about his solutions for the Russian-Ukrainian war, and it's dumb? Elon says, Ukraine-Russian peace. Redo elections of annexed region under UN supervision. Russia leaves if this is not the will of the people. Crimea, formerly part of Russia, it wasn't. It was its own area, and then Russia annexed it like in 1783 until Khrushchev's mistake, which is direct Russian propaganda he's pushing there. Of course he is. All the maggots now are on board with Putin. Putin is their new spiritual guru, and of course Elon is one of them. And so unsurprisingly to see that he's spreading Russian propaganda. Water supply to Crimea assured. Ukraine remains neutral. That's right, Ukraine. You got to remain neutral in that war where the other country has invaded your whole fucking place and is killing your people and raping them. Neutral to you. So, like, it's weird that I have like a 9th grade education from Mississippi and I'm able to more logically think these things through than the most wealthy human being on the fucking planet. First off, this is a bad idea all the way around, but let's just say we took this first sentence seriously. For this to work, Russia would have to completely leave the area, because right now no one is going to vote against Russia when you have troops in the fucking streets pointing guns at people. So Russia has to first leave the area. Secondly, these people have to be assured that if they actually voted for Russia to leave, Russia would never come back. So they'd have to trust Russia, first of all, to vote accurately. And that's not even the worst of the problems this idea has. As Katie Charm points out, so according to your logic, we should let Russia occupy Alaska, deport 50% of the population to Russia, kill and torture the rest, and then you want to hold a fucking vote in Alaska to see if they're now part of Russia? You are an absolute twat singularity, and yep, he is. Just literally the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard. How can this be real? But, it's Elon. The dude is not a genius. The dude got lucky a couple times, and then he rode the coattails of genius engineers and stole their ideas, and then also put out a series of fucking scams in order to propel himself to be the richest man in the world. It's so obvious. But of course, cringe lords love him still. Earlier, I was watching the new documentary on Netflix about the GameStop meme stock and how the stock was only worth like $5. And then after Elon got through boosted up, it was like worth 450 bucks a piece. And then it was all pump and dump. People lost their fucking shirts, lost tons of money as they bailed out of it. It's back down to $25 now. And everybody in that was like, I love Elon so much. Elon sent this thing to the moon. And they're just the biggest trash douchebags you can possibly fucking imagine. That whole goddamn documentary is just cringe douche. So interesting though. I'm on the last episode. You guys should check that out. And of course, not going very well. Here's just a day. Tesla lost another 8.61%. Doesn't look like people are really interested in that Tesla bot, and might want to shut the fuck up about your political opinions on Twitter, because you lose a lot of money, Elon, but hey, keep it up. Tesla to zero. You guys know me. I'm all about that. And then, oh yeah, folks, I'm just saying, I think perhaps we should consider making Doug Mastriano the governor of Pennsylvania, because he got some very unusual ideas, but they're just crazy enough to work. Let's have a look.
On day one, the sexualization of our kids, pole dancing, and all this other crap that's going on will be forbidden in our schools.
Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, stop. Immediately stop. Wait. They got pole dancing in the schools in Pennsylvania? They don't? He's just pulling shit out of his ass and making them up? Oh, I'm going to run against this guy. I'm going to be like, day one, I'm going to ensure no Yetis invade our schools and murder our children. How come my opponent hasn't come out with his own plan to stop the Yetis attacking our schools? It's because my opponent wants your child murdered by Yetis. That's the only logical conclusion. Anyway, let's see if he says anything smarter. Woo, yeah, no pole dancing, clapping for it. Who are these people? Surely they have to be paid, right? Nobody real is in the audience thinking, oh my God, I didn't even know they had pole dancing in our junior high schools, but I'm for getting rid of it. I mean, like, who are these people?
On day one, all the pornographic books that are in elementary schools will be pulled out.
Like what? I don't remember that in my schools. I was going to the wrong fucking school, y'all.
On day one and done, critical race theory is out the window.
It's never been there to begin with.
That's
so
right.
It doesn't even need to be done
on.
day one. He's like, yeah, come on. I'm saying all the buzzwords. Vote for me, morons. And I assume a lot of them will, because not the brightest, not the best. And folks, speaking of beyond parody, let's listen to John Kennedy bitch at us for saying ACAB.
You hate cops just because they're cops? The next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead.
If you hate cops, it's because the cops. Next time you too, call a crackhead. All right, dickhead, let me explain this to you. There is a system in place right now that is not the greatest, but we are forced to call cops under certain horrible situations that are emergencies only, right? We have no choice because regardless if we like it or not, regardless of how much we're trying to change the system still exists. And because the system exists, we are forced to use it. This would be like if you were a slave and somebody from a plantation came over and raped and murdered your wife. You have no choice but to go tell your slave master about it. No matter how bad the situation is, he's your only recourse. So that's like saying, if you don't love your slave masters, then next time the next guy comes and rapes and kills your wife, then you go tell the town drunk. No, motherfucker, we ain't got a choice. We are forced to call the police, just like a slave would be forced to tell his slave master if he needs help. That doesn't mean that we can't fight against this incredibly corrupt, evil system that harms our society. Okay, very simple. Of course, it doesn't matter. Logic and reason has no bearing in the Republican discourse. And then, oh yeah, folks, Senator Ron Johnson with absolutely no sense of irony. Of course they don't. They ain't got no shame. God love them. Gonna try to convince him that the Republicans, they're just the party of live and let live. I mean, yeah, they're making children carry their rapist babies and destroying our society in every goddamn way humanly possible, but we just letting everybody live their life.
We're conservative, so we really are the live and let live party.
You are not.
Yeah, I really don't care what you do.
You do.
I really, as long
That's all you guys care about. The culture war is the only fucking thing you got, bitching about what other people do. Literally 24/7. That's the entire goddamn party line.
You're not infringing on somebody else's freedom. As long as you're not harming somebody else. I mean, you go live your life.
But you guys think everything is harmful to somebody else. You guys think just existing as a trans person is harmful to other people. So it's bullshit.
That's fine. I'm not going to impose the way I live my life on
You are Christian nationalism. That's literally you guys' game plan.
Somebody else. But that is, you're exactly right. That is what the left does, which is what is so annoying about the left. You know, it's far worse than annoying. But they've got to shove everything down your throat.
They got to shove everything down your throat. There's a goddamn church every 5 feet. What are you talking about? God damn. So frustrating. And little bit of Shapiro is super worried that modern society is castrating men. So, to fight that, he grew a little chin pubes. Yeah, his face looks like a ball sack. But hey, doesn't he look way more manly? No. Ben Shapiro is the only person I've ever seen to grow a beard and look fucking less manly. And holy shit, Would you whiny piss baby stop crying about society castrating men? Now, I'm not the most masculine man in the world, but Ben Shapiro makes me look like the fucking Rock, okay? And I've never once ever felt like society was castrating me. If you feel like that, maybe it's because you're not the most masculine person and people are pointing it out, making fun of you for it, and your feelings are hurt. But you know what, Ben Shapiro? Facts don't give a fuck about your feelings. Somebody said that. Can't remember who it was, but cry more. I love your tears. And then, another weird one, folks. Gravy Seals out here hunting Antifa. And what is wrong with boomer maggots? Can't they buy, like, cameras that are not potatoes? They're not even expensive these days. Anyway, let's have a look.
Who you hunting?
I'm hunting Antifa.
What the hell is Antifa?
Oh, they're these small, hairy little rodents. You usually find them living in the burrows of Demorats.
Demorats.
The males are little scrawny things, and the most unusual thing about them is they have no testicles.
Yeah, they're not manly like me. Look how beefcake I am. I'm definitely not a 60-year-old fat loser who couldn't touch my own toes and gets winded walking to the front door. I'm a man because I have a gun, unlike the Demorats.
The females, they're about twice the size of the males.
Dude, I live in Mississippi, the most conservative state and the fattest state. And that's exactly how it is in every goddamn state. The more conservative and religious a state is, the more obese it is. What the fuck you talking about? Democrats are much, much more likely to be thin than Republicans. This is not even a goddamn question.
Usually they have orange or blue hair, and their mouth is almost as big as their ass.
Big as your gut?
They're generally found in the city, but they've been wandering out into the suburbs in the country now.
So you're going to murder them? Nice! Way to show them the love of Christ. Yikes. And one more on the Beyond Parody. Folks, I know we are already aware of how woke the M&Ms are. Goddamn M&Ms. But no, M&Ms even woker now. How is this possible? This from the party that claims it is us who continuously obsess about cartoons and stupid minutia that nobody should care about whatsoever. They're once again upset about the M&Ms, y'all.
Right? M&Ms, you know, the candy we all grew up eating. Well, they released their brand new character in over a decade, and the brand new character is Purple M&M, which is supposed to represent inclusivity and acceptance.
All right, good.
I think it's a female character, but I'm pretty sure they haven't said.
Okay.
Maybe it's transgender.
Joining
me now.
Sure that M&Ms don't have dicks and penises either way, so who gives a fuck? Why you guys always complaining about the dumbest shit while accusing us of complaining about the dumbest shit? Is it because you're fucking amazing hypocrites? Yes, it is. That's all you got. And that's all I got on Beyond Parody. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Folks, gonna do super chats after the next section, so get your super chats in. Got one more short section before I'm gonna read all the super chats, so support the show. And the poors, hi Bob. Hey, what you got to do, Bob? LMI ass off woke. I know, right? Eminem about to go broke. We all know it. Gravy Seal. Yep, y'all Qaeda. Back at it. Diabetes. Fucking Wilford Brimley out there with his AR-15. So scary, Wilford. Don't hurt him, Hammer. And all right, moving right along, folks. Time for some what the fuck. Let me manually select my what the fuck. I'm like a garbage human over here. Where the fuck is it? There we go. Got it. Boom. What the fuck? Question mark. Exclamation point. All of the things. Hooray forever. And first off, what's fun? Did you guys hear about the professional fisherman who got caught cheating at Lake Erie walleye tournament? This went super fucking viral. So here's the crazy shit about it. These guys have won $3 million already in the past. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I read. $3 million. They were set to win another $30,000 at this tournament. And also from what I read is they didn't even need to do this. They were already going to win, but they decided to stuff their fish with weights and shit. And the other contestants not too happy about it.
He needs to be arrested. He needs to be prosecuted. Call the cops. Call the fucking cops. You fucking deaf, motherfucker. Call the fucking cops.
Everybody listen to me right now. Jake, I want you to leave. I don't want anybody to touch these guys. I want you to leave.
He needs to go to jail. Call the cops. It's them. It's them. You fucking, this is bullshit. You fucking done this, motherfucker. You fucking piece of shit. Don't we need to file a police report? Yeah. Jason, we gotta file a police report.
They even cut up like fillets from other fish and shoved those fillets down the fish's throat. So obviously this is not the first time they've done this. They've probably been doing this since the very fucking beginning. So if you've ever entered these competitions, if you didn't cheat, that's your bad. You should have been cheating. Only way you can win in this goddamn society, apparently.
A fillet, yeah.
It's a fillet, yeah. We just filleted it and shoved it down their goddamn throat. Probably torture these fish while they're alive, shoving shit down his throat. He just standing there like, huh? Not saying shit. Got anything to say? Nope. And these people's lives are very intricately woven into the fishing community. You know, all their Facebook friends, all their Twitter friends, all their real life friends, they basically just lost everything. But like they got $3 million, so I'm pretty sure it was worth it.
Take pictures. I need pictures.
Take pictures. Yep. Throw them in jail. But also maybe don't go to fishing competitions because it seems dumb. And I guess I won't show the rest of it. You guys saw enough of that already. And next up, a little Jesse Lee Peterson for you all, and I haven't checked in with Jesse Lee Peterson in a while. Let's see what he has to say. Jesse Lee Peterson says, "Thank God for slavery and white people." Oh, shocker. "I'm grateful that the slaves came here and went through what they went through." This just stemmed from the slaves. Fuck you, Jesse Lee Peterson. We didn't have a goddamn choice. No one asked our opinions. No one asked us. We wouldn't have gone through it if we would have had a fucking choice. We didn't do it for you. We were forced. Anyway, he's like, so that I might live in the greatest country on this side of heaven. I respect the people who made all that possible with gratefulness, not bitterness. Yeah, I'm sure you're not bitter because, like, you're the token black guy, all the white supremacists, like, you literally make your living spreading white supremacist propaganda, so I'm sure you love it. Incredibly gay, Jesse Lee Peterson. Have you come out of the closet yet, Jesse Lee? Guessing you have not. That would lose you a lot of fans. And then Dilbert Scott Adams wants you guys to know that the reason you don't know the inner thoughts of white men is because you trained us to lie to you. You did. Why did you make me lie to you? I would love to tell you guys the truth, but I can't because I'm white. He goes on to say, if one of us ever decides to tell the truth, you're in for the mind fuck of your life. That's right. If you lower beings ever knew what was going on inside the brain of us superior white males, your brain would explode. It would mind fuck you. You wouldn't be able to handle the genius the white man is keeping inside. So, just saying, sound a little white supremacist, but it's not. Just truth telling from Dilbert. And I gotta say, as a white man, Dilbert, I'm not lying to anybody. I'm like too truthful, if that's a thing. Too much information constantly to everybody. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about, dude. Sounds racist, though. And all right, that is my what the fuck section. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And folks, unfortunately, it's the beginning of the month again, and we lost $100 a month on Patreon and 11 subscribers on my Patreon. So happens at the beginning of every month. You lose subscribers. What you gonna do? But please, if you like the content I put out, all the free content I work hard on, like help me. I know it's a pain in the ass to do, but like I need you guys' help. I'm trying to make a living. I'm trying to stay afloat doing this, and I think I'm putting on a good show. The numbers not growing as much as I hoped they would. I'm not really sure why. It's kind of depressing. But anyway, if you could help, please do so. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you in advance. And now, let's read the Super Chats. If you guys bail out of the Super Chats, please come back in 5 minutes because I have a new Chud Watch. It's only 771 viewers. Like, it should be growing much more than this. I don't really understand it. It's silly. Anyway, Heavy Chaw says, I got 5 on it. Thanks, Heavy Chaw. Good to see you tonight. And Pretty Boy, hell yeah, Pretty Boy in the background always. Joe LaFaro, $2. Hey, what up, Joe? Basset Out Gang, $10. Dear Dusty, that weird prayer they did caused a hurricane to not appear up here in Ohio, so it worked. Hey, better send Cat some money. She saved your ass. Ian was God's punishment for overturning Roe. I know, except it was witches that caused it to punish Florida. Heavy Chaw and Half Stash, Full House, believes it. Will too. Thank you, Heavy. Lizzie Bennett, listen to JLP. He is clearly not well. Yeah, that goes without saying for sure. Urban Moss for Graham Jim. For Graham, passing alone. Likely on a respirator because her MAGA kids refused to get her the vax. Man, you're making me feel even more guilty about not visiting my grandma. I got to get on that. Get off me, fucking fly. Enchanted Cottage. Still Black Hat fun. Woo! Thank you, Enchanted Cottage. Jason Ashby, $20. Very generous, Jason. We're just all a bunch of weirdos on a quest to belong. Yep, I know, right? Just trying to find a place to fit in at. Kind of depressing if you think about it. But can the robot make it over the Lego Firewalk? Probably. Like on that episode of The Office where Pam does it. Super cool, Pam. And John Bliss, $5. The culture war is the face of conservatism. It's a front for the ruinous economic policy that wants to get done. Like getting Social Security. Yep. They want to destroy everything the federal government does. Break us down into 50 little different countries. Divide and conquer. That's always been their plan. And all right, got to read all the rest of the Super Chats at halftime. A little light tonight, so if you guys want to help out the show, please consider doing so I can stay in business. I might have to do something else, man. That's going to suck. I like doing this. I'm okay for now, but the ratings are dropping. I don't really know why it sucks. Anyway, all right, let's move on to Chud Watch, folks. Let's do this shit. Boom, manually. Here we go. I got to fix my goddamn stretcher. All right, and first off, on tonight's Chud Watch, gotta turn my fan on. I'm starting to sweat a little bit. God damn it. Jerry Riles of Oklahoma has now lost his wife, his job, and been shunned in his community because of his criminal conduct on January 6th, his lawyer writes. But on January 6th, he was like, we definitely have enough people to overthrow this bitch. They don't stand a fucking chance. I know, right? Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Oh, my God. Did you get in trouble? Did your whole life get ruined because you tried to overthrow the government and install a dictator? Well, you know what? Maybe next time, don't do that, you fucking traitor. Huh? Actions have consequences, fucko. Better luck next time, moron. And then you guys remember this crazy lady? Apparently her name is Mickey Larson Olsen, one of my favorite QAnon nut jobs. And now sentenced to prison for 6 months for her role in the January 6th insurrection. Good. Let's remind us of who this incredibly sane lady is.
I go and find there's a letter that President Trump did to these people, right? To the corporation. And he let them know on 4 March 2020 that he bankrupted their butts. Yep. And that they owe the people a whole lot of heck more money because the way they wrote the law when we were taken over in 1871. Okay, so what happened was the American Civil War was started by the Pazors and the Rothschilds for 2 reasons. To kill the American people, to have us kill each other, okay? And the other was to bankrupt our nation. And so what they did was they changed the corporation from, it used to be capital U and then...
All right, enough of that. Enjoy prison, moonbats. I'm sure you will be very popular with the other crazy people there. And then apparently they had another Trump rally this week, because why not? Trump rallies all the time, forever. Hooray, I guess. And as always, nuts. That's who showed up. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. And I always love some nuts. Let's have a look.
The value, talking about silver and gold and precious metals versus investing in the stock market, because I say at the end of the day, what would you rather have in your safe? Would you rather have gold and silver, dollar bills, or stock certificates? What's going to really give you that value?
You can't eat any of that shit. So if the shit hits the fan, I'd rather have food.
No, I do have sympathy for people who's raped and incest. But Planned Parenthood should get monies and send these women to another outside state that's close to make sure that they get their abortion. But just don't put that on Tudor. She's a woman of God.
Following you?
No, we had no idea. So we
did the FBI?
No, we pulled into a Hardee's. Well, how did they know they tracked me illegally? They put a tracking device, or my phone. We don't know yet. We're trying to get to the bottom of that. But what they did
in courses, trying to credential as many poll challengers as we can.
Unfortunately, their schools aren't going to educate them as well. They're going to smear President Trump's name. So let's start rebuilding the truth with our youth and our kids. It makes a great gift for your kids.
Him and his Kushner, his son-in-law. Amazing. This
Holy shit. Counting Crows looks terrible.
guy has a magic wand that can fix it all. I have zipped.
That's right. Donald Trump has a magic wand that can fix it all. I mean, he didn't fix it all when he was president. He was the only president that left office with higher unemployment than he came in. You know, he didn't fix shit. It was actually quite bad. But hey, he can do it. I believe it, y'all. And Mr. Jones and me.
I have zipped silent. CNN, they don't say anything. What's his name? Anderson Cooper, he's a gay. He's supposed to support that, no? For women's rights. Baloney.
I think they'd like to see me in prison. Can you imagine? I think they'd like. You know why?
You broke the law and you're not above the law, and people that break the law should go to jail.
Why? Because they're sick. They're sick people.
I wanted to apologize to humanity.
All right, I want to see more of this lady. This lady got an important story to tell, and I think we should all listen to her. Please continue, sane lady.
I wanted to apologize to humanity for voting for the Antichrist Obama. I deeply apologize. I used to be a Democrat.
He was the Antichrist, so then he ushered in the tribulation, and now Jesus is none of that happened? No? How's he the Antichrist then? I was a Christian from the time I was fucking born. A lot of shit's supposed to happen the Antichrist's supposed to do. Obama didn't do any of that. Your rhetoric not adding up there.
All my life. I was also pro-choice, and I was an atheist until January 21st of 2021. I had a sudden awakening. It was absolutely crazy. So I went from blue to red to MAGA, and I'm here, and I absolutely love it.
Well, I want to tell you, you don't have anything to apologize for. We all make mistakes in our life, and that's where God's grace comes in. I mean, that's the biggest thing for me is you found the Lord.
It is.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I wrote about it on my Substack. No one would believe me except my husband was there when it happened. It happened so suddenly and so amazing. And it was just like a switch was turned on, and a memory stick was like stuck into my brain, and I just started preaching out of nowhere. It was the most insane thing ever, and my life's never been the same ever since.
Really? It was insane and crazy, you say, even according to you. And I actually have some recent experience with schizophrenia. And those of us who have experienced schizophrenia know that this is what it's like a lot of times. It's not like schizophrenic people who are always schizophrenic. They're always going through these schizophrenic episodes. They go through periods. And then sometimes they can like go through a long period of being normal. And then it just like cuts on like a fucking light. Like you said, like somebody put something into your brain. And then it's just schizophrenic paranoid delusions all over the place for an extended period of time. And then just like it came upon, it can turn off for a little while. So, yeah, lady, I know what you're saying. It is crazy, although that's ableist language. You're not supposed to use that. But yeah, it's just schizophrenia. You might want to look at a medication for that. Or, you know, you could just become a loser fascist MAGA, which seems to be the way you've gone with it. Not recommended. And then this guy at the Trump rally all choked up because Rush Limbaugh died.
Limbaugh was such a pivotal part of patriotism in America. And when he died, it was part of our soul was taken, you know, it felt
like a family member. Yeah, I listened to Rush for 30 years. I'd go out hot, cold, stay in my car. People knew where I was at noon. I was out listening to Rush. And on my last day of work is the day he died. It was a very emotional thing for me.
So emotional, you know, Rush died.
I started watching Steve and the information that he gave. He's like my new Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, great.
You know, the whole and the whole Real America Voice family.
This guy needs somebody to tell him what to think.
I appreciate the information that we get, the truth, the honesty, and you know, you guys are what our go-to now, and so
thank you for telling me how to think. I can't wait to see the Jordan Peterson video where he starts crying for this guy. Won't somebody think about the marginalized 70-year-old boomer MAGAs who lost Rush Limbaugh? They're the ones we really should be feeling sorry for. No, we shouldn't. He's a moron who needs these fucking idiots to think for him because he doesn't have a brain. So I don't feel sorry for him. I think he's a loser. And then at the Trump rally, Trump gets up there and does his usual spill. He's added this new thing to his greatest hits, where they just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, really strangely and awkwardly, turn on this QAnon music, I guess to put the cult members into a trance with, like they're at church or something, while he just shits on America as bad as he can and tells us how awful everything is now.
In the history of the world.
He's a sweaty mess. Look at him. Greased up. We're like, woo, the music's coming on. Yeah! We love this part where he shits on America. We love America so much that we can't wait till you shit all over it.
But now we are a nation in decline. We are a failing nation. We are a nation that has the highest inflation in 50 years. And
as do all other countries, mostly caused by both corporate greed and also COVID, which you were so feckless on. You made the situation 10 times worse than it had to be and actually helped accelerate inflation to incredible levels. But let's not say that part.
Where the stock market finished the worst first half of the year since
finished at like 700 points up today.
1872 in the history of the world.
So creepy, weird, but what do you expect from Trump? That's all he does these days. Definitely leaning hard into the whole cult leader thing. And Marjorie Taylor Greene was there. And why is this video not loading? There we go. Marjorie Taylor Greene was there and lying, which is what they do. First, she's going to try to convince the audience that they're in danger from the left because the left is trying to murder them all, which is rhetoric that 100% will get people killed. We know that most of these terrorists are right-wing, going in and shooting up Walmarts and sending pipe bombs to fucking people. We know this is happening because of rhetoric just like this, lies, misinformation, and half-truths, which I will explain to you as we watch her speech.
We're all targets now, though, for daring to push back against the regime, and it doesn't stop at a weaponized legal system. I'm not going to mince words with you all. Democrats want Republicans dead, and they've already started the killings. An 18-year-old boy was run down by a Democrat driver who confessed to killing the teenager simply because he was a Republican.
Okay, well, that's not true. Of course, that's not true. So I had to immediately, what is he talking about? Some Democrat went and murdered some kid because simply he was a Republican? No, so apparently this guy was mentally ill and he got in some kind of altercation with this kid. And he called the cops and he said, hey, I think this kid might be some kind of MAGA extremist who is trying to get a bunch of people together to attack me. And so he went and he ran the kid down because he was having paranoid delusions that the kid was part of some kind of extreme group that was targeting him to kill him. So it wasn't, oh my God, I'm gonna kill this kid because he's a MAGA. No, it's, I think this kid is about to harm me with a group of people, so I'm gonna go get him first. And also the police looked into it and they said there was no evidence whatsoever that this case was about a political argument, even though the guy called them and was trying to make an excuse why he did it, said he thought that they were MAGA extremists that were about to attack him and shit. They think he was just making an excuse because he committed murder, you know, and is mentally ill as shit. So, not true. Of course it's not, but please continue. Marjorie Taylor Greene, what other examples of us murdering you do you have?
Even right here in Michigan, just last week, an 83-year-old woman was shot in the back for advocating for the unborn.
Oh my God, they're killing old ladies. They're shooting them in the back for advocating. So this story, what happened was this 83-year-old woman was canvassing door to door, trying to shill the idea that we should take women's right to choose away. And she started arguing with this guy's wife on their property. So I guess they got heated. So he went to his barn and he got a rifle, which is dumb as shit. And he fired a warning shot at a tree, and then he says that he thought that this lady was about to hit his wife with her clipboard, so he was trying to knock the clipboard out of her hand with the butt of the gun, and the gun accidentally went off, and he shot her in the shoulder, which is dumb as shit. Put this guy under the fucking jail, but he didn't shoot an old lady in the back simply for trying to take up a baby's right to live, or whatever the fuck she was saying. It's all lies, half-truths, and misinformations, because this is all they fucking got, when the truth we know for sure is that the vast majority of the terrorism and murders comes from the right.
Yep. Joe Biden has declared every freedom-loving American an enemy of the state. But
literally didn't. MAGA movement only makes up 30%, and you guys are an enemy of the state because you're literally trying to overthrow the government and install a dictator.
under Republicans, we will take back our country from the communists who have stolen it and want us to disappear.
I think you're thinking about your husband, Marjorie.
We will expose the unelected bureaucrats, the real enemies within, who have abused their power and declared political warfare on the greatest president this country has ever had.
The greatest president is a cult, and all she's doing is she's trying to hype up fear, which is going to lead to violence. We already know where this leads. Lying to people, scaring them, making them believe their lives are in danger, so they lash out. And folks, you know who was really to blame for January 6th? Not all the people that actually stormed the Capitol and tried to overthrow the government. Not Donald Trump, who whipped them into a froth. Not all the other Republicans who also went along with it, whipped them into a fury and set them loose in the Capitol. But it was.
But the real person that must be held accountable for January 6th is the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. But
here's the party that continuously tells us, take responsibility. Don't blame other people for your problems. Literally did it. Never take responsibility for anything, because of course they don't. Why would they? And then, folks, super classy, perhaps the classiest president that's ever lived, Donald Trump attacking Mitch McConnell again. If the left did this, they'd be saying the left is eating their own, but the right do it. They don't say that shit. But Donald Trump says, is McConnell approving all of these trillions of dollars worth of Democrat-sponsored bills without even the slightest bit of negotiation because he hates Donald J. Trump and he knows I am strongly opposed to them? Or is he doing it because he believes in the fake and highly destructive Green New Deal and is willing to take the country down with him? In any event, either reason is unacceptable. Then he says, he has a death wish. Oh, that's dangerous rhetoric right there. And then he goes on to be racist as fuck, because of course, must immediately seek help and advice, he misspelled the word advice, from his China-loving wife, Coco Chow. So, holy God, this is racist as shit. So, Mitch McConnell's wife literally worked for Donald Trump. Was like his transportation secretary. And she is originally from Taiwan. You know, no fans of China whatsoever. But has lived in America since she was a child. So, as an American as anybody is. But, of course, Trump, as racist and classist as it could possibly goddamn get. It's just insane. So, of course, they asked Senator Rick Scott, hey, what do you think about Donald Trump saying Mitch McConnell has a death wish, which seems like violent rhetoric, and also was incredibly racist towards his wife. Anything to say about that? Guess what? Guess what he said?
Mitch McConnell. Trump said, quote, he has a death wish for supporting Democratic-sponsored bills. He also mocked McConnell's wife and his own former transportation secretary, Elaine Chao, as, quote, China-loving and Coco Chow. You're a member of the Senate GOP leadership. Are you okay with this?
Well, look, I can never talk about, respond to why anybody else says what they said, but here's the way I looked at it is, I think, what the president is saying is, there's been a lot of money spent over the last 2 years. We've got to make sure we don't keep caving to Democrats. It's causing unbelievable inflation and causing more and more debt. As you know, the president likes to give people nicknames. You can ask him how he came up with the nickname. I'm sure he has a nickname from me. But here's what I know. We got to watch how we spend our money. We got to stop this inflation. And I don't condone violence.
But like Porky Pig motherfucker, stammering all over himself. Just say, hey, yeah, it was racist as fuck. But what do you expect? It's Donald Trump. That's what he do. Of course, you can't say that. Even Mitch McConnell hasn't come out to defend his wife, just like they never fucking do, folks. The most spineless motherfuckers on the planet, continuously telling us about manliness. We're so manly. We have thick backbones that stand up for ourselves. Never stand up for their own fucking wives against Donald Trump. Cucks in every fucking sense of the word. Pathetic. You're fucking pathetic. And all the conservatives who support you are also pathetic. And here's a picture of Trump from the latest rally, folks, and holy shit, he looks like a greased pig. Last show I was making fun of a guy who said, there's no telling who is playing Donald Trump this week. There's no telling who was under the makeup and under the Donald Trump mask. It could be 102-year-old John F. Kennedy. And I was like, that's ridiculous. But I look at this picture and it does look like somebody is wearing a costume. Now, I know it's not, but it just looks like somebody's wearing a fat suit and it's caked in. It just looks weird, yo. Dude, it's strange. Just the strangest cult leader. And somebody photoshopped the make-up pictures of Donald Trump to show what he looked like without all the fake orange spray tan of the fake hair and shit. And this is what he looked like, folks. It's amazing that conservatives have so much of a problem with men wearing makeup if they call themselves drag queens. But when Donald Trump does it, caked fucking head to toe in makeup, they somehow think it's the manliest thing ever. They think this guy is the biggest alpha male on the planet. That's why you can never take anything they say seriously. It's all a joke. The dark fucking comedy. And speaking of the dark comedy, Matt Gaetz. He's all mad now, even though he voted against FEMA aid for Florida. They vote against it and they bitch that the bill didn't get passed. They talk out of both sides of their mouth because they know to the people that support them, it doesn't matter. Their words mean nothing. Matt Gaetz says, Dear Congress, on behalf of my fellow Florida man in grave need of assistance, just send us like half of what you sent Ukraine. Signed, your fellow Americans. They're the same people that want to destroy the federal government. Think states' rights should be, completely free to do whatever the fuck they want, but something bad happens. Daddy government, please help us out. And yep, Gaetz, after voting no on FEMA aid for Florida, along with every Florida Republican, including Rubio and Scott. Because why would they vote for it? They can go out there and they campaign, hey, I voted against all this pork. I voted against all this government spending. And then they go out there and say, see, Joe Biden is not sending enough government money to us. Joe Biden's evil. Put me in office and I'll do better. Just both sides of their fucking mouth. And their constituents will eat it up day and night. And, even Ron DeSantis. DeSantis and his wife are on TV every day over and over telling people, don't send food and water. Donate money directly to the don't donate money directly to the state instead. The person who's in charge of the state donates. They want basically. I fucked this up. And donate money directly to the state instead. The person who's in charge of the state donation fund is his wife. So basically, donate directly to us and trust us to spend the money how we see fit. Well, we already know how they see fit. They already spent $12 million to send undocumented aliens to other states. Same way Mississippi steals money from the welfare funds to build volleyball and football courts. No, we don't fucking trust you. Of course, you want people to send money to your fucking scam shit. Always the way with these Republicans. And DeSantis having sort of a change of heart. He's been doing nothing but shitting on Joe Biden, claiming Joe Biden hates Florida, but something bad happens in Florida, and Biden is Johnny on the spot because Biden, unlike Trump, actually does care about the country. He doesn't have special considerations where he screws over Democratic states. No. He cares about the country equally, including Florida, and so he's done everything he can to help Florida. So here is DeSantis talking about Joe Biden when he's trying to win cheap political points, and then talking about Joe Biden when Joe Biden actually comes through with the goods.
There's one fella that just hates Florida, and his name is Joe Biden. He does things like take our medication. He stiffs storm victims of relief just because he doesn't like the governor. The Biden administration has approved our request for a pre-landfall declaration and did that very quickly. So we're thankful for that. And it's my sense that the administration, wants to help. I think they realize that this is a really significant storm. There's one fella that just...
He actually cares. Way to change your tune, though, bozo. Almost like you were full of shit before, huh? Didn't hate Florida at all or any of that. I'm going to skip this one. Fuck that guy. And it's amazing how night and day different Republican candidates are from Democratic candidates. I don't know of any case that can illustrate this better than AOC's opponent, Tina Forte. Look how different these people are to Democrats.
So you have a rally with Joe Biden. You have a rally on that side of the parking lot because this is our area in the Bronx. You gotta go. You're an enemy. And you can all bring an illegal immigrant home with Why don't you take a couple home with you tonight? That's what he needs to do. Take them home. 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 Take them home.
I mean, how? I say this all the time, but how can you be a Republican and not just be humiliated every second of every day to be associated with this? Hey, Walter Masterson is back. Give him hell, Walter.
And like I said, I'm going to say...
We're going to take this country back. Don't you guys want me to take it back? Don't you guys think that people like me should be in charge? You definitely won't get tired of hearing me scream all day long. Just goddamn it, what is wrong with you people? If you can't tell the vast difference between AOC and how she carries herself, how she speaks, who she cares about, and this woman, how do you live? I just don't get it. It's insane. And over on Fox News, they're trying to explain away the fact that Roger Stone got caught on video calling for violence and the overthrow of the government. So now they're basically like, yeah, he did it, but he barely even knew Trump. Even though Trump literally pardoned him. He's one of Trump's right-hand man. He's been one of the Republicans' leading dirty tricks players in the last 30 years. Intricately woven into Republican politics. But now they're like, yeah, we barely knew him. Roger who? And of course, I told you guys last week that after the video got released from the documentary crew that was following Roger Stone around on January 6th, Roger Stone claimed that CNN doctored the footage and it was a deep fake, which is absolutely ridiculous. So here this guy is like, well, it wasn't a deep fake, but who even is Roger Stone? Trump barely knew him.
It's unbelievable. It's part of a couple of things. On Roger Stone was never an insider. He didn't last a few weeks with the Trump campaign, even though he was pushing Trump to run really since 2008. What he said about it being a deep fake is hard to believe. I'm not sophisticated enough to think that I could put together a deep fake, but it's clearly him making a bad decision to talk to a crew he knew nothing about and say things that are totally irrational, which he had no control over. I'm never going to sit here and defend Roger Stone and his antics, including the decision to talk to a crew that makes absolutely no sense.
That's right. I don't even know. Don't even worry about it. Trump doesn't even like Roger Stone. I don't know why he pardoned him. Don't even think about that part. And speaking of total fucking bullshit, they're trying to get us to believe this is real, folks. 4 Humboldt County churches report vandalization. Oh my God. The evil lefties are back at it again. Let's see what type of stuff that the lefties are putting up. Well, first off, Antifa with the anarchy symbol, because, you know, that's real. And then BLM, you know, like us lefties do. We love to put BLM over everything. And then kill MAGA pigs. Yep, definitely real. And not some fake bullshit that Republicans sprayed on their own buildings. And then 666, because we're obviously all Satan worshipers. That just goes without saying. And then walk up, because if there's one thing the lefty loves, it's Chinese food. It all adds up, folks. Definitely us evil lefties vandalizing churches, and not some bullshit they did to themselves to score victim points. And once again, folks, prepare to be shocked. Apparently, Herschel Walker paid for one of his girlfriends to have an abortion. Yeah, you know, the guy that's been going around saying, I'm pro-life. Warnock wants to kill your baby, but I would never kill a baby. Yeah, he killed a baby, according to him. It wasn't a baby, though. It's just a fetus. It's not a baby. But anyway, they have the receipts, folks. He sent this woman a check for $700 and a get well card that he signed it. Here it is. That's his initial H that matches all his other signatures. They showed, this lady showed the check to the Daily Beast, so they have proof of it. All the receipts, like I said. So he's denying it, of course. He's claiming he's going to sue the Daily Beast, but he ain't gonna. If he does, it's going to get thrown out of court, and his lawyer's going to get in trouble for filing false lawsuits. So, shocked once again. Hypocrisy. That's all Republicans are all the fucking time. And one more, folks. This sort of should be in the hero section, but this is exactly what Democrats should be doing. I don't know why they don't push back harder on conservative narratives, because they're always such bullshit. Joe Biden says, Republicans always talking about the deficit. Well, guess what? The last guy increased the debt with the tax cuts for big corporations. Not a penny of it was paid for. This year, we reduced the deficit by more than $1 trillion. And if you look at the charts, it's always this way. Every single time Republicans get in office, they always increase the deficit by much more than Democrats do. This whole lie about Democrats are tax and spend is just bullshit. It's a narrative they've always put out as red meat for their base to fool them, to mislead them, but it's never been fucking true. Lies is all they goddamn have. And unfortunately, it's all they need, because it's very effective to the fucking morons that vote for them. And that's my Chud Watch. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Trash World coming up next. But first off, let's read some chatty chats. Walk up, equals sweet Chinese grub. Chinese. Making me miss it. Shock face. I know. We got special emojis for the dirty, sexy, not dirty, sexy, the dust bunnies. Even better. So you guys become a dust buddy and spam the chat with that shit. Super cool. And all right, let's move right along, folks. Still got plenty of show left. Get in your super chats. Gonna read them at the end. But next up, let's do a little Trash World, shall we? Trash World! Trash World! Dumpster fire! Hell is Trash World! Trash World! Who next gonna full MAGA? Trash World! Full MAGA! Trash World! And first off, shockingly, apparently, the MAGA talking points are coming directly from the Kremlin, or maybe the other way around. I don't know which is which. But if you watch Vladimir Putin's latest speech, you'll see that the narratives he's putting out are exactly lockstep with what MAGA and Republicans are putting out. It's like they're the same fucking party now. And I know you guys are going to be shocked by this. I can hardly believe it myself, but they are now blaming trans people for potentially being responsible for World War III and nuclear bombs, folks. That's how crazy this shit has got now. That's how amazingly effective the demonization of trans people has gotten in our society, where they're literally now blaming them for the war in Ukraine. And that's what's happening right here. I'm about to show you this video. But Vladimir Putin is basically stating that the reason we have to fight in Ukraine, that we have to take back over Ukraine, is because the West is using Ukraine to try to overthrow Russia, and so they can implement transgenderism into our schools and to trans our children. Hard to believe this is real, but here it is. Do we want schools to impose perversions on our children that lead to degradation and extinction? The fuck are you talking about? When are kids becoming extinct in America? Anyway, continue.
Детям навязывали извращения, которые ведут к деградации и вымиранию.
Do we want them to be infected with the false idea that there are other genders besides men and women and offer gender reassignment surgery? Who cares? Is that what we want for our country and our children? All of this is unacceptable to us. We have a different vision for our future. Let me repeat that this dictatorship of the Western elites targets all societies, including the citizens of Western countries themselves. This is a challenge to all. This complete renunciation of what it means to be human, the repudiation of faith and traditional values, and the suppression of freedom is coming to resemble a religion in reverse, outright Satanism, exposing false messiahs. Jesus Christ said in the Sermon on the Mount, Gospel of Matthew, "By their fruits ye shall know them." And these poisonous fruits are already obvious to people in all countries, including to many people in the West itself. MAGAs. So, trans people, my God, what are you doing? Please, trans people, please don't cause nuclear war. I think we can all agree, trans people are the most powerful humans on the planet. They're literally responsible for everything. Literally can cause World War III. How did you guys become so powerful, man? I almost want to become trans so I have these powers myself, but then I'm afraid of them, sort of, so I can't. But anyway, nutty. God damn it. Trash world is right. And like he said, there are a lot of people in the West who feel the exact same way, that are in lockstep with the Russian propaganda. Case in point, Tudor Dixon, once again, she was on Real America Voice, and they were like, hey, we just saw that Vladimir Putin speech, which sounded exactly like the shit you've been saying.
And the sexualization of our children. Vladimir Putin referred to it in a statement this morning, saying that Western culture had become satanic because of these actual behaviors that are being pushed on us by a radical leftist agenda. I know I've heard you speak about this on other shows and also just in your own speeches, and this is something that you...
Yeah, you sound just like Vladimir Putin, or does Vladimir Putin sound just like you? Either way, super cool, conservatives. Nice bedfellows you got there, and I agree. Well, first off, oh yeah, did you guys see this one? So this is CPAC, the largest conservative convention, just outright putting out Putin propaganda. Vladimir Putin announces the annexation of 4 Ukrainian-occupied territories. Biden and the Dems continue to send Ukraine billions of taxpayer dollars. Meanwhile, we are under attack on our southern border. When will Democrats put America first and in the gift giving to Ukraine? And, of course, they immediately delete this because they're fucking cowards. But, yep. Russian propaganda, we know whose side they're fucking on. It's so crazy to see the change in the Republican Party since I was a kid. Man, I remember when I was a kid, Rocky. If he dies, he dies. Dolph Lundgren, the evil Russian. Russia was our greatest enemy. We had a Red Dawn, where Russia invading our country, attacking it, and now Russia is a hero now. Putin, hero. It's our own president that is evil. And Russia is the shining beacon to the world, showing us the way. Just nuts, but I agree. Load up. With Dan Rather, who says, can we talk about the Americans who see Putin as the ally and Biden as the enemy. But the truth is, they're traitors. They're all fucking traitors. Every goddamn one of them. Which, of course, is why they call themselves patriots. And you guys hear about this horrible, crazy-ass story? 125 people killed in Indonesian soccer. Imagine dying from a soccer game.
Saturday night, East Java, Indonesia. Two of the region's biggest football rivals. The atmosphere electric.
The police already know that this is a high-risk match. There were no away supporters allowed. There was an increased police presence at the stadium.
Indonesian football fans fiercely loyal. Police prepared for brawls to break out. Nobody prepared for this. A crushing loss for the home team. Fans begin hurling objects. Police fire tear gas at the lower stands to prevent a rush for the pitch. Instead, fans rush for the exit.
They also got the effect of the tear gas that create mass panic, mass stampede. We have this is a tragedy that's never happened before in the history of Indonesian football.
A tragedy made worse by the number of families with children caught in the stampede. Those who are here are mostly because of trauma, says this paramedic. Shortness of breath, lack of oxygen. Some suffocated, others trampled. Dozens died almost instantly, many more at area hospitals. Medical teams tried to mend mangled survivors. Many of our friends lost their lives.
Just fucking nuts. Why? Human beings, man, we're just so animalistic still. Not evolved very far. And soccer is so fucking boring. Imagine dying for that boring shit. Good God. And let's skip this one. And all right. Speaking of trash worlds, you know who the king of trash world is now? Destiny. Super popular Destiny. Depressing how popular this motherfucker is. So he's been in some kind of battle with Kefals. You know, guys do Kefals, the hero. They got Kiwi Farm shut down. And I saw both Keemstar, who was an incredible chud right-wing douchebag, and Andy No-Go both came out in support of Destiny. Which, if either one of these guys came out in support of anything I would do, the first thing I would do is get on Twitter and be like, no thanks. Both of you guys can go fuck yourself. I don't want your support anyway. If those two guys start supporting you, like anybody who had an ounce of integrity would start doing some self-reflection. But Destiny, fuck no. Instead, he goes out there and he says, hey, I think it would be okay if you guys go on Twitter and lie about who you are in order to fuck over Kefals. Watch this shit.
I'm trying to figure out how I feel about PSYOPs, but until I come to a concrete conclusion about them, I do support some level of PSYOPing on Twitter. When you see some of these people that are turning against Kefals and you see them saying, you know, like, wow, she seems really mean, don't jump in there and be like, yeah, we told you the whole time, you fucking idiot. Yeah, of course, blah, blah, blah. Instead, you should be like, oh, yeah, like, you know, I'm part of the trans community for 10 years, and yeah, I definitely have noticed that Kefals is getting really strange. I lightly support shit like that. Lightly, okay? Don't go full psyop.
Lightly. But I do it. Yeah, if you have to get out there and pretend like you're trans in order to shit on a trans woman and make people feel like, hey, it's not just chuds that are shitting on trans person Kefals, it's other trans women. So obviously I'm not transphobic for shitting on her. It's all cool now. Yeah, feel free to do that. Feel free to claim transness for yourself in order to shit on another trans person. Whatever it takes. Super cool. Super cool. White supremacist Destiny. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call my white supremacist. If you break bed with Nazis, you're a fucking Nazi. If you're friendly to Nazis, you're a fucking Nazis. Fuck you. Just disgusting. Just no integrity whatsoever. Not a shred of dignity or class. Just a complete fuck stain. Destiny is. Fuck that guy. And fuck Destiny's fans. If you're a Destiny fan, fuck you. Maybe that's why this show's losing ratings, because I keep telling people to fuck off. I guess it's fine. I guess that's what I need to do, because I would rather have my show not be that popular than have just total garbage humans be my fans. I can't live with myself having people I don't respect be fans of mine. And speaking of which, speaking of how depressing this world is, Dave Cullen, one of the most talentless grifter fucks in the world. But look how many views his videos are getting in this trash world. This is what this world keeps rewarding. Shows like mine, and there's not very many shows, there's no shows like this, but there's not a whole lot of left-wing shows out there. I'm just barely scraping by. Barely scraping by. But videos like this, The Woman King and the Vandalization of History, consume woke product, got excited for next woke product, 1.5 million dislikes for The Black Little Mermaid, Bored of the Rings, The Rings of Power, it's not going well, 200,000 views, 500,000 views, 500,000 views, incredibly fucking popular, this shit. Just put out video after video, carbon copy cutouts, complaining, whining, bitching about wokeness. It's all you have to fucking do to make tons of goddamn money out there. It's just fucking depressing as shit. But that's the fucking world we live in. That's this goddamn trash world. That's this trash country. Fuck everything about it. And all right, let's go ahead. You don't kiss ass. That's why we love you. Yeah, but like, also that doesn't pay the fucking bills and everything. So it's kind of, I don't get it, y'all. But whatever. The grift is strong. It is strong. Definitely, it works. Unfortunately, Destiny is Dim Tool 2.0. Yep. Head of that direction. I would be surprised to see his positions get more right-wing. Even though like his positions now are not particularly right-wing. It's just how he carries himself and the people he associates with in platforms that are no good. The squirtering. Yep. He got that quartering grift going. I guess it works. What you gonna do? And now we got a good hero section. Wrote a song about it. I'd like to hear it. Here it go. Get over there, mouse. Let's do it. We could be heroes just for one day. Nailed it! And first off on the heroes list, Jimmy Carter. Look at this sexy son bitch. 1944. On October 1st, he celebrated his 98th birthday. And you want to talk about a fucking hero. So, Jimmy Carter is one of the most reviled and hated presidents by the right there's ever been. Yet one of the greatest human beings that has ever lived. The type of person Christians pretend they admire. A man as close to Jesus as any I've ever seen. In 2015, Jimmy Carter had brain cancer. In 2019, Jimmy broke his hip. That same year, Jimmy fell at home on Sunday, requiring 14 stitches. Jimmy showed up on Monday to help build houses for Habitat for Humanity. Happy 98th birthday. Dude tirelessly spends his life working to help other people. It's exactly what Christians pretend like they admire, but instead they hate this man and they worship Donald Trump, thin-skinned, mean-spirited, piece of shit asshole who does nothing but hurt people, bully people, and has absolutely no class, which is why you should listen to nothing they say. Their words mean fucking nothing. Everything about them is fake. Everything about them is a lie. They want you to believe they're the type of person that admires people like Jimmy Carter, but they don't. Don't believe a word they fucking say. Happy birthday, Jimmy. You one of the good ones. And then on the heroes list, holy shit, look at this fucking queen. Getting carted away by the police. And still calmly looking at the camera, explaining what she's doing there. And doing so incredibly eloquently.
I'm doing this for my son. The government's inaction on climate change is a death sentence to us all. The United Nations have said we should have no new oil. Liz Truss wants to open 130 new oil licenses. That's a death sentence to this planet.
She ain't concerned at all. They got her, towed her legs, everything, and she just nailing her spill like it ain't nothing. You go, girl. And then on the heroes list, Beto. Fuck Texas. It's amazing that you have the choice of such a quality candidate and opposed to a complete garbage piece of shit, and you're still going to vote for the piece of shit. It's like how this country voted for Donald Trump instead of Bernie Sanders. It just shows you we should be rooting for the asteroid at this point. So anyway, first off, before I show you Beto's response, let's watch Greg Abbott, the current governor of Texas, dodge questions like a motherfucker and lie.
Migrants and the busing of migrants. Many migrant advocates and Democratic elected officials have expressed concerns about the treatment of migrants being bused from Texas to other states and cities. Here's New York Mayor Eric Adams talking about that just last week.
And when we reached out to Governor Abbott and stated, can we coordinate? Can we identify, who's traveling here, that we don't have to guess this? They refuse to do so.
The White House has called this a political stunt. Governor Abbott, is this a political stunt? And has there been coordination with the states and cities these migrants are being taken to? And if not, why not? You have 60 seconds, sir.
So this operation began after a meeting with local officials, sheriffs, mayors, police chiefs, and county judges, where they were overrun with the number of migrants that Border Patrol had dumped into their tiny little communities. They needed relief, and busing was one of the ways of providing them relief, and thus began the process of busing the migrants to cities that self-identified as sanctuary cities. Mayor Adams has never called my office, never talked to anybody.
They actually released the evidence that he contacted his office and also released the email showing that they contacted the office. So lies! That's what he's doing here, but he's still going to get reelected because Texas, you're a dumpster fire.
In my administration. And so what he's saying is just flat out false. There has been communication between non-governmental organizations in Texas as well as the ultimate location, whether it be Washington, D.C. or New York. But going back to what Beto said, what you showed on...
So we're going to blame Joe Biden, because that's what they do, like they're running against Joe Biden. So Beto's response, pretty good.
Stunts. I just want to remind everyone, this guy's been governor for 8 years, and this is where we are today. Some of the worst levels of engagement, encounters, fentanyl trafficking, and human smuggling that we've seen. That's the result of stunts instead of solutions.
Yep, nailed it. And his ending speech is also pretty good. Let's have a listen.
O'Rourke, we'll start with you tonight. 30 seconds for your closing statement. Your time starts now.
Thank you. Look, I don't think that Greg Abbott wakes up wanting to see children shot in their schools or for the grid to fail, but it's clear that he's incapable or unwilling to make the changes necessary to prioritize the lives of our fellow Texans. That's why it's on all of us to make sure that we have change at the ballot box this November 8th. I'll keep your lights on. I'll make sure that I keep your kids safe. We'll reduce property taxes, and we'll prioritize the lives of each and every single Texan in this state.
But the Texans don't give a shit about that. The majority of them could not care less about the lives of their children. All they care about is, Greg Abbott's for God. He a Republican. We gonna raise him. And then they're gonna go to fucking the Waffle House and eat gravy biscuits till their hearts explode in their chests, because that's Texas for you. And one more on the heroes list, and holy shit, this is what heroes are made of. This lady right here, super fucking hero. Cat's got the zoomies. All right, assholes, don't fuck my shit up, yo. This man was forced to give his dog to the Humane Society due to a lengthy hospital stay. This nurse went to the shelter and adopted his dog. She brings him to visit daily and will return him as soon as the man is released. So that's real fucking heroic. Feeling so far sorry for this guy having to stay in the hospital, Sean, losing his dog, that she's taking care of the dog, bringing the dog to see it, instead of give it back to him as soon as he gets out. Man, that's incredible fucking empathy. What a heart this lady has on her. I wish it would have said her name so we could say her name out loud, but whatever. You know who you are, and thank you for showing us there are still some good people in this world, and that is my hero section. Appreciate it. All right, one more section. Last chance to get your super chats if you want to. Darling Beto rocks. I wish he would win, but he won't. Sex chat. Delete that shit. I don't blame you for trying to appeal to the dirty, sexy poors. They are sexy, but fuck off. Sex chat bot. Amazing woman. Yep, hero shit for sure. What an inspiration. And all right, folks, one more section. It's time for a little slow news week. Slow News Week with Dusty Smith. Yeah! And first off, on this week's Slow News Week with Dusty Smith. Did y'all see this one? Apparently this is a famous model. What the fuck's her name? I don't even give a shit. All these models are the same to me, skinny bitches. Anyway, she is on the runway and was on there like naked and shit. And they sprayed on her dress, yo. Pretty cool. They spraying it. Spray it on, spray it on. Let's skip forward. More spraying it on. I guess it's some kind of a spray that turns into claw. And this woman comes out there and she's like, look, I'm gonna finish it off. And she wearing some tight shit too. Nice. And cut the bottom of it, clean it up a little bit. Next thing you know, boom, spray on dress, yo. Pretty cool. I dig it. There's some high fashion. I wonder if it just like disintegrates if it gets wet. Probably. I'd like to find out. And then on the Slow News Week, here in Mississippi, we got our version of the Bloods and the Crips. And I'm assuming these are two groups of fraternity douchebags fighting over whose daddy makes more money. This happened at Ole Miss. The red shirts against the douchebag suit tie crew. Neither side has ever been in a fight in their fucking lives. Bad behavior. Guarantee ya. As someone who is from this area, every human being involved in this is a total fucking douche. Douche canoes all the way around. I hope they kill each other, you know, in Minecraft or whatever. And then, on the Slow News, we did some yeehaw. You guys see this one? This went super viral. Almost 10 million views. Holy shit. Michael Myers, little Michael Myers. He out at the pumpkin patch, and he fell down. But then watch how he gets up. He's like, I'm Michael Myers, bitch. And then leaning up like the Undertaker, getting up, looking around, looking for his next victim. Who laughing at Michael Myers? Stabby, stabby, motherfuckers. So cute, Michael Myers. And then there's this one from TikTok. I'm with this guy. I don't usually share TikTok videos. Actually, I do. What the fuck am I talking about? But anyway, talking about some real talent. Watch this dude. This dude playing the guitar, singing and playing the drums at the same time. Some talent for you. Get it, dude. I'm talking about big dick energy. This is what I was talking about last show, folks. About how confidence is all that matters. This dude fucks. Got his gut hanging out, ain't worked out in his life, doughy motherfucker, fucks, you know he does. Even I want a piece of this talented motherfucker a little bit. You get it, boy, hell yeah. Please don't copyright this video. And then somebody shot a video to illustrate what it's like for me to play against these kids in New World. And apparently these are professional paintball players, and they play paintball on another level. Watch this shit. Look at them! They just... This is so me. I'm out there 2 inches from my screen with my magnifying glasses on, looking at every pixel, just doing the best I can to snipe motherfuckers. These little 9 and 10-year-old kids just walk around and like pew 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 and kill me, and they teabag my face and humiliate me, even though I got thousands of dollars worth of equipment to be the best at this fucking game I could be. They're like on their shitty ass computers slaughtering me like I'm fucking nothing. It's humiliating. I should just give up and save myself the embarrassment. And then this is super cute. I don't know if this video is old or not, but if you tell me it's old in the chat, I'm gonna freak out and destroy universes, so I wouldn't recommend it. Anyway, he got him a dog, and it's the perfect dog for him. He got him a fast little motherfucker. It's like a sled dog. Stop playing, man. Cute as shit. But can the dog make the turns? That's what I want to know. How you gonna make this turn, dog? I don't think they can do it.
Hey, that's crazy. This is my first time
Let's see. Oh, they did it!
This is my first time into the corner.
Into the corner, nailed it! What?
Oh, man.
Match made in heaven, those two. You'll love to see it. Cute little motherfucker. And then, apparently, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I heard Lizzo has gotten a hold of the Infinity Gauntlet, and oh my God. You thought conservatives were mad when she played a little glass flute that no one gave a shit about. Now she got the most powerful weapon in the universe. I'm pretty sure Jimmy's gonna be rustled, y'all. Yeah, wield that power with responsibility there, Lizzo. Don't hurt us too bad, even though I don't blame you. And one more, folks. Wait a minute, what is this? Oh, okay. One more, folks, on the Slow News Week. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but there is a version of the AI programs that you can download and run on your own computer that are not censored at all. And so they have a new version that just came out. So I downloaded it. And of course, the first thing I do is I try to figure out what kind of porn it will let me create. So, of course, the first thing I typed in was Joe Rogan sucking a dick. And I tried to make Joe Rogan porn, but the AI program was not behaving very well. And what is this? It's like he's sucking on a vestigial tail of his clone. That's just disturbing. And oh, I can see it. He's bending over, ready for the money shot. And what is this? He's got a thumb coming out of his mouth, but he's holding this guy's severed arm, and this guy's sucking the bottom of the severed. I don't know. Not what I wanted, AI. Creepy. Funny, yes. But not the assignment I asked for. So gross, Dusty. What are you doing with your life? Need a hobby or something that's better than this, I would think. And all right, that's my show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's read the super chats, and then we're going to do a quick Q&A. For the kiddies, what up? Hell yeah, thank you, Ben Davis. You guys came in strong here at the end. Cole James, $20. Thank you, Cole. Also, you're amazing and sexy. Sexy Dirty Poor represented. Hey, you're no longer a Dirty Sexy Poor if you give me money. You're now just a hero, so learn to love it. Blazing Krog, $10. I'm late to the show, but I'm watching the beginning right now. Hey, no forgiveness, but you gave me $10, so I forgive you. 1950s conservatives, Russia is our enemy. 2000s conservatives, Russia is our friend. I know, right? It's like anything to own the libs, even worship Putin. And 799 from future motherfucker, Carmel G. Hey, thank you, you sexy Australian son bitch. Christian Walker just sold his daddy out. Stay tuned. Did he? I gotta look that shit up. Send me some links on Cult of Dusty 1 at Twitter. Urban Mosk, Rick Scott is a literal goal. Yep, lizard humans. David Icke was right. Dusty, I can only give you $2. Hey, it all adds up. Thank you, Cooper Lover. You're one of the good ones. $20 from Morton Beard. Very generous. Have a good show. I did. Thank you for helping make it good there, Morton Beard. Jason Ashby, $10. Dusty, you still dip your toes in the new metal? Slipknot was the first live show I ever saw. Their new album is pretty good. Awesome show. Great job. I have never been in a new metal, to be honest with you. So I know I had that long, stupid-ass beard, but that's only because I was a fucking poser. So I do like Leo Marchito, or how you pronounce his name, from Frog League Studios, but I don't know if that's new metal or not. That's like heavy metal pop songs. Zachariah Smith, 1999, very generous. See, don't worry, darling. Thought it was pretty decent. Hell yeah, I have not seen it yet. I'm waiting for a quality version to come out so I can legally purchase it. So I'll let you guys know about that after I see it. Hit the like button. Yeah, do it. You guys know you want to. I still need to find Rush's grave so I can piss on it, take a poo, get serious. Catalina, good to see you tonight. Hope you're well. And Big Black Corvette, $100. Whoa! The super chat. Now wait, jump into the world for tonight. 100. We are all hurting, brother, but I have some extra to give. Take care of the kitties and yourself. You are always invited to the barbecue. I sure appreciate it. Only reason I'm able to do this is because of you guys. I don't make any money off ads, and I don't, other than my book, I don't sell anything. I haven't sold out. I only make money from you guys supporting this show, so I really appreciate it. Hopefully, I'll be able to stay doing this for a little while. Celestia Angel, $9.99. Oh, no, the consequence of my action. Glad I can watch your show when I can, Dusty. Hey, I appreciate you, Celestia Angel. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Missed you all week, Dusty. It was a long one. I did a long show on Friday. Hadn't been that long, but hey, I missed you too, strenuous. John Bliss, the culture war is the face of conservatives. It's a front for the ruinous economy policy they want to get done, like any Social Security. I already read that one, but totally agree. And all right, thank you guys, everybody who supported the show. You fucking rock. Now let's do a quick Q&A and get the fuck out of here. I sent you Young Don's channel link. Where did you send it to? I don't recall getting it, but if you send it to Cult Lusty 1, I'll take a look. Thank you. Why is it that all skeletons are involved in evil things? Because, I don't know, you're dead, and then you want to make other people dead too, because misery loves company. That's my theory. Shout out to the mods. Our mods are great. Love every one of you. Thank you for your service. AI will improve. Yep, it is improving rapidly. Going to get better every goddamn day. And I got invited to that Dolly. I didn't get invited, but I signed into that Dolly 2. And it's not nearly as good as Mid-Journey. I was disappointed. And it's way overpriced, too. They want $15 for 115 credits. That's goddamn insane. So, not impressed with Dolly 2, to be honest with you. New World is broke as fuck. Yeah, it is broke. It's not very balanced, to be honest with you. What is the mailing address for the Cult of Dusty? If you look in the description of this video, there is a link in the description of this video to all of my mailing addresses and my Facebook, my PayPal, all of it, Patreon especially, and a link where you can buy the book. So just click on the description of the video and all that information is already there for you. How's the book coming? I have to find time this week to finish it up. I pretty much have all the pictures done for the most part. I just got to put it into the comic book section and then send it off and all that bullshit. But I'm working on it. It is a work in progress. Be sure to buy a copy of the book in the link in the description of the video. Get an autographed first edition copy. A great way to support the show if you want to. What animal would you come back as? A bonobo. That way I can fuck my way through the goddamn trees, you know, like they do. Are you wearing trousers? Nope, I am wearing shorts. I am wearing tiny shorts. I am not in my underwear, though, regardless of what people might think. And what have I been watching? Let's see what I've been watching. Oh, nope, that's wrong. Nothing good here. I watched that Dead for a Dollar movie. It was terrible. Vesper, great at warbiting, but it was boring. I thought The Greatest Beer Run, boring. Nothing but boring shit out this week. Nothing good. I am not impressed with this week's television, god damn it. So, anyway, folks, that's me. I'll be back on Friday. It's only a few days away. Can't wait to see you guys then. You guys make sure to have a good weekend. Know that I love the shit out of you. Please become a patron. Help me out. Lost $100. Wrong direction. And like the videos, tell your friends, leave comments, do all of the things. I would very much appreciate it. Help me out if you can, so I can continue bringing you the greatest show in the history of mankind. I sure love doing it. I want to keep doing it as long as I can. See you guys on Friday. Love the fuck out of you. Let's load up some SoundCloud. Boom. There we go. My music is available for free on SoundCloud. If you guys want to listen to it, just log on to my SoundCloud. There's also a link in the description of this video where you can find my SoundCloud. So all my shows are on there, ready for you guys to listen to. Let's play let's see, what are we going to play? How about some Gon' Find Out? How about some Chill? Chill is nice and chill. An original song by Dusty Smith. You can also download it on my SoundCloud if you want to. So let's play some Chill. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for everybody who supported the show. See you guys soon. Have a good week. Logic. Ooh, I fucked it up. Logic. Fuck yes. I've only done this like a million times. Good night, everybody. Jeremiah. have a Discord. There's a link in the description of the video. Don't you motherfuckers ever look at the description of the video? Every goddamn video I put in the description. Links to all my shit. People are like, hey, Dusty, what's your interest? Why wouldn't the description to every video be the first place you look where you ask? Not that I'm trying to bitch at you because I know you're loving me and trying to send me stuff, but I'm just saying. Just saying. Good night, everybody.